Happy New Year, guys!
Happy New Year! Happy New Decade, even.
Yeah, new decade, yeah. Second decade now, guys, isn't it? Comics Unity.
Indeed.
Now, of course, who's here tonight then, before we start?
Hello, I'm Michael.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Andy N. Of course, now, Amanda is our, just if you missed the last episode, is now sitting here throughout the full of episodes, Amanda, I know, aren't you? So,
Yeah.
and you're going to laugh at us two giggling idiots, me and Michael, and join in on Supernatural News officially later on, aren't
Our
you? So,
resident supernatural expert.
yes, definitely. Well, you've got the qualifications for it, Amanda, as well, haven't
I've
you?
got a certificate and everything.
Yeah, see?
I've made it out myself.
And you got 100 out of 100 out of 100 in your own quiz, did you?
Yeah.
Needs a business card. Man Steele, supernatural expert.
Yeah, a novelist.
Expert in the supernatural.
I'll get called out to do an exorcism then.
Oh, don't start that one, definitely. We're going to come on Supernatural later, of course, anyway. But of course, we're always with Comics Unity. I've got plenty to talk about here. Now, people wondering what happened in December. Michael?
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate what happened to you in December?
Yes, there are all sorts of things. There was travel issues.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Yes.
But anyway, listen, we all hope you enjoyed the specials me and Michael did and our comics recommendations. And there's another two of them to come yet, Michael, as well, isn't there? So
Indeed, there
they'll
is.
be out in February and March, and later in the year we'll probably do some more again for the end of this year as well. Right, okay. Michael, do you want me to start with the news this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one I found interesting. I'm going to ask Amanda what she thinks of this news as well. Point one is, there's been a big rumour gone round. Probably broke last week, the news, this one. That, do you remember the Netflix's Defenders?
Yeah.
Where it looks like they're going on to Hulu from end of this year
Daredevil,
and next
Luke
year.
Cage, Iron Fist and Jessica Jones.
Yes. And obviously the Punisher as well.
Oh, yeah, I liked Punisher as well.
Yeah, we all did, didn't we? Yeah. Because he was really good in that role. I felt he was better in that than even, what's his name? John? Oh, what's his name now? Yeah. Yes, that's it. I preferred him in that than I did him in Walking Dead, to be honest with you.
I did too.
I was glad when they died in The Walking Dead.
Well,
So
yeah.
I think that says it all, man, doesn't it? What you've heard of him.
I think that's what they were aiming for, though. They wanted you to feel like that.
Yeah, well, thank God the bastard's gone, yeah. But anyway, like I said, what's going around is, I'm using this one is, this broke last week and it came on a YouTube video and I spotted it. And don't know how true it is. Bear in mind, when they finished all the series off, there was an embargo of, it was unclear, was it 2 to 3 years before Marvel.
I think it was 2
Before
they
Marvel,
used characters
start
again.
allowed to use it again. Now, apparently they've got scripts in development at the moment. And the plan is basically start the Daredevil's rumoured to go and shooting at the end of the year.
I don't think we'll be getting the series because Netflix sort of paid for those.
Yeah, but it's not stopping.
But it does not stop them making other things.
Yeah, now the first rumour I heard about this was, in Spider-Man 3, the film, Matt Murdock's meant rumours coming into that.
That does sort of
A
track.
Daredevil, bringing him a Spider-Man, man. What do you think of that idea then? Would you say that?
I'd have to see it. It could have a work, but it could not.
Yeah, well, Matt Murdock was more his legal side, and he's meant to got. The rumour has it in Spider-Man 3 was out next year, isn't it?
I
Was it year
don't
after?
think there's a date for it yet.
I know, but either way, he's meant to be coming into it as he's a solicitor, so there's some sort of legal problem going on. So, and they might use that as a prologue then, but start bringing them all into bits and pieces. So, but the talk going around at the moment is that it's unclear whether they're going to be using all 5 of these guys again, the original actors and actresses.
I can think of one that I wouldn't mind being recast.
Who's at them?
Iron Fist.
Well,
Let's be honest.
Bloody
I mean,
awful.
second season was. I liked second season. I liked it much better than the first.
Yeah, but the second season was better because they had better female characters in it.
I think if that was the first season, it would have gone really well.
What do you think to see Iron Fist season 2, Amanda?
I enjoyed it, but my favourite is Jessica Jones.
Yeah, she's Jessica Jones, Jessica Girl. Well, the second season of Iron Fist, the women better in it, weren't they?
Yeah.
You had Misty Knight in it, and I forgot the Chinese actress's name. Sorry.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Cannot remember what
And also you had Typhoon Mary as well, who was played by Alice Eve.
Yeah,
she was really good.
The rumour was that the original plan for that was Mark Spector.
Yes, Moon Knight. Now, Amanda doesn't know who Moon Knight is, and
that was put that was put the kibosh was put on that from on high from Mr. Feige.
Yeah.
He went, and that's mine now.
Yeah, well, that's because he's got a series on the way with that. So
Indeed.
now, Moon Knight, Amanda, if you're wondering who Moon Knight is Marvel's version of Batman.
Yeah.
And the difference is Moon Knight's got schizophrenia. She's got 3 or 4 split personalities, literally.
Oh.
So it's going to be quite a different series. Anyway,
I really hope they don't base it on the Bendis run.
well, anyway, this is the Bendis one.
Where his split personalities were like Wolverine and Captain America and Spider-Man,
mis-
and he also had their powers for some reason.
That's bloody awful. Anyway, listen,
Yeah.
we'll move on before we start whinging because I love Bendis. I love Bendis' run on Daredevil. That was sublime.
I love Bendis on street level talkative characters,
Yeah, not
others.
We'll move on. We're not going to get into it. This is a positives.
Indeed.
Now, Michael, do you want to carry on the news next then?
Yes, there is the rumours that the rights to the Hulk have gone back to Marvel
Yeah.
because they couldn't do a Hulk film because the rights were with Universal, and they could make it, but then Universal would have to distribute it.
Yeah. There's been big problems on that one straight away, so I don't know when it went back or when it's going back, certainly. But it's considering they've got a She-Hulk TV series in the way. And have you heard of the She-Hulk?
I think so, but I don't think I've ever seen anything about
Well, it's never been in films really before. But that's why it's the female version of the Hulk, basically. And it's more of a comedy in the comics, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
More of a satire. That's why, but they do the TV show.
I think the TV series would be good for a sort of legal drama with some comedy thrown in.
Yeah, it's been a satire sort of thing. So
Yeah.
and also, that means they must...
And it would be nice if we can get Matt Ruffalo in that as well.
Well, Mark Ruffalo's really good as a Hulk. He's the best of the Hulks, really.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
Yeah, good sound. Right, okay. The next one is, I'm going now to the next one, but I don't know much about this because you do more than me.
Yes.
What's going on about this? Do you know who Dr. Doom is, Amanda?
No.
He's a bit Fantastic Four.
Oh.
You remember those films?
Yeah.
He was the big baddie in that.
Okay.
And he's rumoured to be in Black Panther 2 as the baddie.
Well, there's all sorts of rumours with Black Panther 2. There's the rumour of Doctor Doom, and there's also the rumour of Namor.
Oh, Submariner.
Yeah,
Submariner.
so...
Now, Submariner, people are sat next to us, doesn't necessarily know who Submariner is. That's, again, is Marvel's version of Aquaman.
Okay.
And
He was before Aquaman.
He is before, but he's a baddie. Well, mostly. And he wears
anti-hero.
Yeah, and he wears absolutely ridiculously small speedos.
Oh, dear.
I think either would be a nice sort of lead-in because Doom. Then you've got the whole lead into Fantastic Four, and Namor you have a lead into X-Men because he's a mutant, isn't he? And with Ryan Coogler, I fully trust Ryan Coogler with whichever character he wants to do.
Yeah, well, there's a big article on News and Armour about this one, and their opinion of who's going to be the next major baddie in the next stage of the Avengers development, and they're saying it's got to be Doctor Doom.
It's not a bad shout.
When you look at the major powers of the villains, he's a really powerful villain.
He really is.
The other one, the opportunity, because Gattakus had the Silver Surfer, they might bring him back in as the World Eater. Galactus. But that's they're going to be looking at both of them in the next couple of years anyway. So
we shall see. We shall see.
Star Wars time, Michael.
Indeed. Yes, there's rumours there's an alternative J.J. Abrams cut that they're going to be releasing on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, what's this about, Amanda? Is in case you're wondering, it's Dominic Monaghan who was in the film itself, and I got this bit of news myself. It was interesting. It came up in a couple of forums this did, where they actually reputedly have cut on the cinematic version we've all seen. They're meant to be over an hour footage cut. And it's meant to have quite a bit more footage of certain actors.
I haven't seen Rise of Skywalker.
Not seen it yet?
Not yet.
What do you think to it? It's Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, but if they hadn't cut it, it would have been in the cinema even longer.
I know. It's one of those sort of, sometimes they do them, don't they? Like, you don't, like, you got that, Lord of the Rings DVDs, where they had like over an hour's footage, didn't they? They turned to 4-hour films, and it's too much.
From what I've seen, it didn't seem to be the end game thing of where you where you came out not feeling like it was 3 hours.
It was all right. But I don't really want to go into a bad mouthing game because I know I came out criticising it basically because I'm not really like that man normally criticising.
No.
No, my brother was worse. But my brother, who's not here tonight, really, he went into a tirade of abuse on it. But the problem I had with it was some of the characters that were in the second film and in the first of his new trilogy, they felt like different characters in this film. The writing was contradicting it.
Yeah.
And I don't really
I
want to
can
go
see
into that. But there were some good cameos in it. I thought Carrie Fisher was used really well in it. And yeah, and she was,
That
was good
was
used
a-
it well, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I've
I've heard people say that it feels like she's in a different film, which of course she is.
She was.
She was, because it was Force Awakens footage.
Yeah, no, they used her bits well. I liked what they did with the unannounced cameo of Han Solo by Harrison Ford. That
Yeah.
was a good cameo. I know. When we saw that at Christmas Eve, man, didn't we? And you had to go, and what we were doing was we had over Christmas time went to see Amanda's family, didn't we?
Yeah.
And you were winding your mum up because Amanda's mum. Go on.
Oh, she loves Harrison Ford.
You see,
And if you wind up, say, "Go and see Star Wars, you'll enjoy it."
Again, I equally don't want to badmouth things, but it was the thing of the only reason he was killed at the end of Force Awakens was because he wanted out of the series and he didn't want to do it anymore. But if you want out and you don't want to do it anymore, you can't then go, "Oh, I want to come back now."
Apparently, he did it for tribute to Carrie Fisher. Apparently, so.
Oh well, that makes sense, I suppose.
That's why they were close.
Yes.
You read her
I read something
biography.
about that, yeah.
Anyway, Michael, you've heard more about this again than me. Taika Waititi on saying the Star Wars.
Yes.
What is this rumour going around about?
There-
Do you
there-
know, no, wait. Do you know who Taika Waititi is?
No, but I'm sure
He
you can
did the
stop
last four film.
Oh.
Thor Ragnarok.
And he did like what Jojo Rabbit and what
Yeah.
Leave the Shadows.
Which just come out. He took him out that Jojo Rabbit one
Yeah.
about Hitler and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Michael, what's his rumour going on about him and Star Wars?
I've just heard that he's in talks to direct a Star Wars film. I wonder if it's the Feige one.
Yeah, because that rumour's going around still as well, isn't it? So he's been linked to that. And also Kevin Feige has also been linked with ABC, isn't he? And doing some sort of
apparently so.
unnamed network show. And we don't know, that's not, he's refused to name what that is. He's in development deal talks over something. Whether that would be a Star Wars TV show, or Marvel,
knows?
or something different.
Who knows? And that, to spring a little surprise on you, there have also been talks with an actor to play Charles Xavier. Or should I say, return as Charles Xavier.
Professor X, right, yeah. Played by James McElroy recently, Amanda.
Yeah.
And Patrick Stewart. Who's that then?
Patrick Stewart.
Is he?
That's the rumour. That's the rumour that has been going
Well,
around. That
considering
he's
that-
had talks.
Well, he's a busy man at the minute because obviously Picard's just come out. It's coming out
Indeed.
this week or next week, and it's out imminently anyway.
Yes.
Imminently, season 1, and they've announced the second season shooting this year of that. I mean, it's interesting that because Patrick Stewart's 80. He's about 80 now, isn't he?
He is.
He's a busy man at the minute. He's doing all kinds of things. He has.
Patrick Stewart will do more stuff in his 80s than a lot of people will do in their 20s.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I agree with that one. It's a bit of a surprise that way, then. Interesting. So, right, Amanda. Should we ask Amanda this next? Do you ever watch American Horror Story?
I haven't.
Right.
I've
Let me ask
seen
you.
the first season
And you're going to go back to watch more, aren't you? So.
when I've got all my other programs.
Yeah, and this young lady who watches, when she has blockbuster things, how do you feel, Amanda? Should we ask? We'll ask Amanda this, Michael, because I don't watch American Horror Story. No, I don't think you do you?
I don't.
How do you feel about them announcing that it's been renewed for not just season 11, but season 12 and 13 as well?
I'll have to try and watch all the other seasons before they come out.
Well, yeah, I'll keep her quiet for a bit then, won't it? So that's why. But
Well, to be fair, if you can watch 10 seasons of Supernatural in a few weeks, then,
that's true.
12, 13 will
Yeah.
do. I'll go by easily.
Oh yeah, completely. Now, skimming on to the next bit of news, of course, as well. How do you both feel about the Last of the Mohicans' new TV series?
I remember
developed
watching it.
HBO?
I remember watching it years ago, but I haven't seen it recently.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Daniel Day-Lewis one, which obviously
Yes.
wasn't the original version because the book itself is 19th century.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Daniel Day-Lewis one as well.
Do you remember the Daniel Day-Lewis and Last of the Mohicans? Do you
I
ever
think
see
my
it?
dad watched it. I don't think I
Like
was ever
early
into it.
90s.
Early 90s, yeah. It was a fantastic film. It was good. But Daniel Day-Lewis is fantastic back then. He was. He played him like a major action hero, and he's known for being quite a serious actor. To get him there, and then they're doing the new TV series at Mandarin and HBO, but no more details. So that's
We
why.
shall
But,
see. I wonder if that's to try and bring back the the Game of Thrones crowd.
Could be. It could be. It could work because was
We
it the
shall
crowd?
see.
Yes, it was like. Right. How do you both feel about the new Superman and Lois series coming straight out of Crisis, been ordered straight to series by the CW network?
I think they've done well with because they've obviously been on Supergirl and stuff. The characters.
You've seen them a few times. You know you watch them as well, don't you?
Yeah.
What do you both think of them and the casting? Because I've only seen them in Crisis.
I think it depends on. They've done well in Supergirl, but they were used sort of sparingly.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
And then
I don't think we really need a Superman and Lois show.
No, and the trouble is, you think of that is people don't start comparing it to Dean Cain and Terry Hatchett's. Was it that mid-90s?
I remember enjoying that.
That was really good at the time. I watched it at the time, and it was Terry Hatchett was the star in it. Dean Cain, I always thought was a bit bland, but the bit I've seen of them in Crisis, I thought they were well cast.
I think Terry Hatcher and Dean Cain were the only ones that weren't invited for the crossover.
Yeah,
which was a shame.
I was a bit surprised in that one because you think the amount of people that come into that as crossovers were like, I would love seeing another Superman, 4 Supermen running around.
Well, even if you had had them with the sort of Burt Ward like cameo of 4 or 5 seconds, it still would have been nice.
Yeah. What do you feel? Do you agree with that on Crisis? Yeah. Good. I do agree with you, Sam. Right. Last bit of news I want to touch on this part of Comics Unity is, had you heard the rumour going around either YouTube about Christian Bale being linked in the next 4 film?
Ooh, I have.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I don't hate him. So.
No, I think I loved him in Batman, but he's not. This is meant to be like Taika Waititi's doing it again, for Ragnarok Lander. And Michael and me were both, that was my favourite 4 film. And it was so funny. Like, you're getting Christian Bale, who's known to be a serious actor. I can't name any comedies he's been in. Can you two?
No, I don't think so.
He might have done something when he was younger, but I don't think so.
I can't name anything. So, like I said, that's quite an interesting turnabout in casting, that one.
Indeed.
Particularly like he was burnt out on superhero films after doing the 3 Batman films.
It's apparently supposed to be based on the Jason Aaron run.
Yeah, it was when Natalie Portman becomes 4, doesn't she?
Yeah, there's a couple of characters that have been mentioned. There's one obvious one.
Go on.
Which is Beta Ray Bill.
Hmm.
Because, I can see him doing that because it's essentially voiceover work. Although I think Bale's the type of actor who'd want to be there on the set doing the...
Yeah, he's known for his improvisations and stuff like that, so it's an interesting bit of casting that actually. So.
I think he's definitely the type of actor who'd want to be on set doing things so they could find this magic rather than have somebody else do it and then just do a voice over the top.
Yeah, it's not that sort of actor, so interesting times.
We shall see. We shall keep you posted if there's any announcements.
Yeah, anything that one. So, right, well, that's the end of part 1. We're going to take a quick break because anyone's wondering why we've got a big tin of celebrations here, and Michael's been eyeing them up, Amanda, hasn't he, for 15 minutes now. Yeah. So, see you in a minute. Say bye, Amanda and Michael.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm getting used to one of you waving at the phone now. You both going to start doing tandem now, are you?
I'm not waving.
Want the high five over the phone.
See you in a minute. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello, I've got chocolate in my mouth.
And Michael's got chocolate in his mouth as well, so I'm the only one that's not eating chocolate at the minute. So while we're doing that then, I'll lead the next 1 or 2 to Michael and Amanda have caught up with chocolate after chocolate. Now, the first one bit of news going around is about the new Evil Dead movie, Evil Dead 4, that's going round. Yeah, because apparently Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell are working with a new young director for Evil Dead 4, apparently. Rumour has it next year.
Wasn't that supposed to be the last one as well? Both of them working with a young director for Evil Dead.
Remake, yeah. Which didn't go down very well. That's why. So, but I'm surprised in that, because you've seen like the TV series of me.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, what universe is the film going to be in then? Because the TV series took it forward to a bit of a really funny ending, really. And they got cancelled, but the TV series was all right. But you know what I mean? It was. What did you both? You like the TV series?
Yeah, but I think it's too soon to be doing anything else.
I wonder if the reason that the sort of remake didn't work was because it wasn't Evil Dead in a way. It was just a horror film with Evil Dead put on it.
Yeah, I think I'm helping that. So we'll see. So we'll see. Next bit of news. I've not seen this next thing, Michael.
I have.
And have you seen this one, you Amanda?
No.
Michael, do you want to tell everybody what it is?
Yeah, the second trailer for New Mutants is out, which is interesting.
Now, it's New Mutants. For people who don't know Michael, do you want to elaborate? You know more about it than I do, certainly.
It's sort of as the trailer will show you, it's sort of a horror take on a superhero setting.
But it's been plagued with all kinds of trouble, hasn't it?
Yeah, see, I'm surprised that they didn't just because they've had like 2 reshoots now.
Yeah, and
because it's supposed to be coming out like a year or 2 ago.
About 2 years ago, wasn't it?
It was supposed to come out before Dark Phoenix.
That's what the problem this film's had, man. There's been like a troubled shoot where they did a rough cut on it, didn't they? And the studio hated it by all accounts.
I think it was either February last year or Halloween the year before.
Yeah, Halloween the year before it was.
When it was originally supposed to come out.
And then
it was pushed back to February last year.
Yeah. And that's what the interesting thing this really is, because it's like they're actually going to give it a cinema release. Well, they were talking at one point of putting it on the Disney Plus network apparently as exclusive film. Or on Hulu or something exclusive.
I think that We'll see. We'll see.
What did you think of the trailer, Michael?
I thought it looked okay. It could be a good film.
But it's like there's the reshoots when you're trying to shoot reshoots of teenagers. There's going to be a 2-year gap, isn't there? So they're going to look quite different. It's how the hell did they get a film out of it then, really? So we'll see. But when you get something like if it's like the reshoots and then like Solo. And Solo itself, did you hear about that one? Did you?
No.
Ron Howard came in, did 40% of the film. The budget was about 300 million, wasn't it?
Yeah, because they were almost finishing the film with Lord and Miller. They fired Lord and Miller, brought in Ron Howard, and then they basically shot a whole new film.
Yeah, they kept about 40% of the original film or something, and he basically did most of it. And that's the budget. That's why everyone hates Solo, because
all of the good bits were from the Lord and Miller version.
Yeah. Says it all already. So right, okay. Touching briefly as well, our next bit is obviously not. I don't know about this, but have you seen the artwork flying around, Michael, for the new series by Jacob Phillips?
I haven't.
27th of May. It's bloody excellent. I think it's a mini series it's called That Texas Blood by Chris Condon, who I don't know who he is, and Jacob Phillips, who is Sean Phillips' son.
Indeed.
And it's out on the 27th of May, and next time I go to Forbidden Planet, I'm ordering that series. It's going to be something major. It's really, really good, it does.
I'm very interested just because Jacob Phillips is doing the artwork for it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good series, I reckon. It looks like they've got a spot on with that, so moving straight on. Right, okay, Michael, we'll let you discuss this next thing, okay?
Yeah,
yes.
Scott Derrickson has stepped down as the director for the Doctor Strange sequel, the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Now, this is interesting, Amanda, because the film's out. Was it out next year, isn't it?
I think so.
Now, will it get delayed? Could you lose your director-writer on this sort of thing, and it's due to start shooting shortly?
It depends. I think if they could, because he's still going to be producer on it, so they could very well just use his script as is, make a couple of tweaks to it, and just have another director.
Yeah. There's been problems certainly, so it's hard to judge what they're going to do with it. So I've not actually seen the original Doctor Strange film actually. You liked it, didn't you? I know, but you like Benedict Cumberbatch, don't you?
Yeah.
So
those fans used to call themselves Cumberbitches.
Are you a Cumberbitch?
Yeah.
The thing is, Michael's funny.
It was attributed to the whole creative differences.
Yeah, it's the whole thing basically. Where,
apparently, rumour is that he wanted to go in a more horror direction and Marvel didn't.
Yeah.
So he went, well, I'm just going to step down then.
Yeah, I heard that one as well. So we'll see what they do. So, but like I said, is what they're doing, Amanda, with this is, and you and Michael knows as well. Like they've got a One Division TV series. Out.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I wonder.
Yeah.
It's apparently supposed to be coming out late this year because they've been filming quick. They've got it going quicker than they thought they would.
Is that going to be the first one then, or the second one? Because the first one is the Falcon and Winter Soldier, isn't it?
I think One Division's first.
Would you watch it?
Maybe.
I know Falcon and Winter Soldier are shooting now.
Yeah, that one's been shot at the moment.
There was set photos of US Agent that I saw yesterday.
Yeah. It should be good fun, that. Like I said, because me, it's like following straight up from Captain America. So, and I know there was a storyline in the comic over that, and the Falcon became Captain America.
Indeed.
But there's another storyline, Amanda, when they just had Steve Rogers basically packed it in. There's two stories. One where Steve Rogers got assassinated. They went back in the 1940s and brought him back from the past eventually. And then eventually you had three Captain Americas going around at one point, didn't you? You had the Winter Soldier,
yes,
the Captain America, the Falcon the Winter Soldier, and Steve Rogers Captain America. Is that confusing?
Yeah.
That was old Steve, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
In old Stephen, yes. Well, that was another storyline. There's various storylines going about it. But there's been an interview going around, haven't they? I've seen two fly around now. Because, first of all, with, my mind's completely, Robert Downey Jr., where he's been dropping hints that he wants to go back to Iron Man again.
He was talking about it when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast the other day.
Yeah, I heard about. But they reckon that's because, I don't know if you heard this on either, Dr. Doolittle's out imminently. And there was a lot of trouble in the shooting that, wasn't there? He wasn't happy with that film apparently at all.
I've seen early reviews of that film. Apparently it's not good.
Positive. We're positive here, aren't we? Do you agree? All positivity, Amanda?
No.
Okay, fuck that then.
We're just,
Hey, shit, don't go say it.
we're just reporting what we've heard.
Yeah, but then like is he meant to be doing Sherlock Holmes 3 or something, isn't
That
he? Jude Law.
was the rumour, but we shall see.
Yeah, but then the other one going around is with Chris Hemsworth. What's Chris Hemsworth? I know Captain America. I'm not going
Chris
Hemsworth. Apparently he wants to come back into this again. He does because they're doing the What If series.
Robert Downey Jr. will be Tony Stark again in the What If series.
Now the What If series, man.
And everybody who was
should we tell Wanda what the What If is? I don't know this, do you? What If is famous in the Marvel comics for what they used to do. Let's say, like for example, Spider-Man. He lost his Uncle Ben, didn't he?
Yeah.
The other What If something. What if Uncle Ben lived and Aunt May died?
Oh.
That's a lot that What If stuff's like. But they announced a full series of it for the Disney Network. But they're doing it as cartoons. And I know for a fact, hence Chris Hemsworth's back in it as Captain America.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, sorry.
Yeah, everybody is coming back for that.
Wasn't it about two? It's going to be like a week's work for him, basically.
They've already announced the first episode, which is what if Peggy Carter took the super soldier serum.
How do you feel about
Yeah, be interesting.
that? Yeah, I feel that.
Apparently she's going to be Captain Britain in that as well.
Oh yes, please, yes, Captain Britain, a great character.
With the Union Jack on the shield instead of the star.
Yeah, that should be interesting. Right, so where's the watch your space anyway? Right, okay. I think a bit of bite to proceedings. Next.
What segue?
Is that a good segue?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're both familiar with Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles, aren't you? In one way or
Indeed.
another. Now, this came up on a really bad pun. This where Vanity Magazine's gone round saying it's in search of new blood now after Hulu put a stake in its Chronicle series adaptation, which that's even worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they've had a year of development with it now. And it was according to Variety, Dee Johnson, who was a showrunner of Nashville, was linked with showrunning it. Now, you were a fan of Nashville, weren't you?
Yeah. Even though someone described it as Dolly Parton going to bed and having a nightmare after eating too much cheese.
Well, I said, well, how would you both feel on Skid? I know you both you'll be familiar with it somewhere or another, won't you?
Yeah.
How would you feel about the Vampire Chronicles TV series? Right.
I really enjoyed interviewing the vampire.
I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Tom Cruise. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I know. But it's just I want to. But Queen the Damned, I never watched it. I heard it was atrocious. Actually, Queen the Damned.
Yeah,
Belated follow up.
I think it depends on what they wanted to do. Of course, they could go sort of Vampire Diaries route with it.
How do you feel about that, man? Then you used to watch the Vampire Diaries, didn't you?
Yeah, but then it got really silly and I stopped watching it.
It's still going.
It's still going.
They had a spin-off as well,
The
didn't
spin-off, and then there's a spin-off of the spin-off.
they? Oh, is that the school one?
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
I think yeah.
Yeah, I can't
I think
help you.
It annoys me that got made and the Supernatural spin-off didn't get made.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just like, I don't know, John. The trouble is, it's like, is it too late to do something like the Vampire Chronicles? You've had, like, obviously, like, after having the Vampire Diaries and a couple of the vampire things.
Yeah, but I've been watching
And
Van
True
Helsing,
Blood as
and
well.
that's been given the last season, so then there'll be like a market.
Is there a market for another one or
I
not?
think so.
We'll see. Anyway, okay, talking about supernatural elements, how do you both feel about Lucifer winning an award for the most popular streamed show in December 2019 on all networks?
I enjoy Lucifer.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
I can't wait for the new series.
Yeah, and would you both like to see John Constantine in the new series after the teaser
yeah.
from Crisis?
I think they're both pretty similar though, so it might get a bit much after a while.
No, a lot of it be bantering of each other basically, won't it? So
Yeah, because I think they sort of got a bit more freedom when they went to Netflix.
yeah, I think they do.
Because they were on Fox for the first sort of 3 seasons, and then when they sort of jumped to Netflix, they got a bit more freedom to mess with the show
Yeah, I
and
think
mess
so.
with the format.
I think so as well with that. So, like I said, so it's interesting. So.
I think the next season's the last one.
Yeah, it is, yes. But unless it gets that popular, I decide Netflix was rendered another series.
Well, yes, we'll
Do
see.
you agree? That depends on if it's hit those sort of viewing rates like that, it does make you wonder, doesn't it? Now,
We definitely know that the fan base is there because they got it saved.
yes, it did. Now, I'm gonna not go over the script now. I'm gonna give you both my extra bits of news, right?
I
Okay.
don't know this either because I said I didn't want to know till
Yeah. Well, first of all, NBC have announced, and this is going into shooting shortly, with casting to follow. There's going to be a series going out called Young Rock.
Ooh.
And
I
what's that
don't, I
about?
don't.
I don't know.
It's about the young life of The Rock.
Oh yes, I saw this.
I wonder if you saw that.
I saw this. I wonder if it's a sort of everybody hates Chris type thing.
I'm not sure, don't you? Don't know, don't you? That said so. That's what's going on with
He's
that one.
apparently going to be in every episode.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. So I don't know how he's going to be in every episode. It's meant to be covering The Rock in the teens up to his early 20s, just where he's
I
at with WWE.
I wonder if he'll be playing his dad who died recently.
Rocky Johnson, that's possible, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he passed away the other day.
well, the question is, Amanda is a Rock expert. Would you watch it?
I'd watch it, but obviously I'm not going to fancy the younger version that's being played of him, am I?
I wonder if he's going to be playing his dad or someone. Or
Introducing the episodes and saying this is
Yeah.
what happened here and stuff like that. Yeah, watch your space, okay?
or narrating or something.
Right, there's been a series of reboots flying around the networks as well. That NBC are considering a reboot of Quantum Leap.
Ooh.
No casting yet. I'd love to see a continuation of Quantum Leap.
I love Quantum Leap.
Were you a fan of Quantum Leap growing up?
I've seen episodes. I didn't used to watch it, like making a point of watching it. But did used to catch
I watched it so
episodes.
out of order at the time, but it was a great series at the time.
There's
some
been a lot of
fantastic-
TV reboots of older TV shows.
Yeah.
Some of them good, some of them not so.
Amanda can name 2 of them. One she loves, one she hates, can't you?
Oh yeah,
Go on then.
Charmed, which I hate, and
Yeah.
Sabrina, which I like even better than the original.
And the first season that's out now as well, isn't it? So
It's out now,
It's out
or
imminently.
soon-ish?
Tomorrow.
it's on Netflix.
Oh, time obviously whoever hears this, it'll be out.
Yeah.
That's out
Yeah,
imminently. So.
time of recording, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. And the other 3 that are flying around, 2 I should say actually. I've got 2 here. Wrote them on. Fox TV are considering doing a new series of Prison Break.
They did.
They brought it back a couple of
Yeah,
years
they
ago.
brought it back a couple of years ago.
I enjoyed that. I thought it was really good fun. Amanda, you didn't know the series at the time, did you?
No, I haven't watched it, so that's the only one I've watched.
I thought it was better than the last couple of series of the original run.
I did. I thought the first season was fantastic. But they ran out of ideas in 2, 3, and 4 at various points. This, and they brought this back with it had a lot of power behind it, moving on the world and stuff. It's really good. How do you both feel about another series of 24?
It's got Kiefer.
Again, they did bring it back without Kiefer.
Yeah, and that 24 Legacy, it was all right.
It was all right, but it wasn't great.
No, I agree. What do you think? Do you watch Keith 24 Legacy with me?
I don't remember watching that.
Basically, it was a more Negro-based cast. It's not been rated, or not, because it was all right. It missed Keith Sutherland presence. Whether he would want to do it, because at the moment he's working on another album at the moment, and he's also still shooting not Designated Survivor. Yikes! You know the one about the car.
Oh, the Queeby one.
Yeah, the Queeby drama. I forgot the name of it.
Fugitive.
Fugitive. He's doing the Fugitive at the moment as well. So whether he would commit to that, who knows? So the last bit of news I got, and we'll have this for the end of part 2 then, is C.
The
Season
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa now, which
I never want to see again.
we never want to see again because we watched the first 25 minutes of the first episode. And I tell you nothing, guys. Let's be honest now. I'm not normal like this. Well, me and Amanda, we do this, don't we? When we watch a program series, we watch one episode at least.
Well, sometimes you'll say after 10 minutes, Joe, I'll turn it off, and I convince you to give it a chance.
Well, yeah, but
and
how many times
you said you want to turn it off, and I was like, yeah, turn it off.
Well, we've only had this happen twice with us now. We've got to the end of a few programs. We hated the end of the first episode, haven't we? Krypton didn't last more than 25 minutes because at 15 minutes after it was diabolical.
I did convince you to watch the end of it, and then we decided never to watch it again.
Yeah, I wanted to turn it off before that. And C was the other one we had a lot of trouble with.
And we was watching that Orlando Bloom one as well. We got about 20 minutes in or less.
Hang on, we'll come on to that in a bit because I've got Orlando Bloom news. Right, so anyway, I'll come on to that in a bit, okay?
Yeah.
C, season 2. Have you heard who's joining the cast as Room the new baddie?
I haven't.
You ready for laugh?
Okay.
Dave Bautista.
Okay.
I've heard of him, but I can't picture him.
Ex-WWE wrestler. You'll know him from. He's played the baddie.
Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy and Endgame and various other Marvel things.
Yeah, and he's also played a baddie in a James Bond film. He's been in Blade Runner 2049. A fair bit of stuff. He's big, massive, bulky man. He's got quite a good range he has as an actor too. He plays a heavy a lot of the time. But he's signed up with the main baddie apparently. And rumour has it in season 2 of C. When do you think that'll make us watch it?
No.
Michael, are you going to watch it?
Probably not.
No, sorry guys.
Maybe if you paid me £1 million. But I'd really hate it. But I'd be.
I mean, Apple have the money. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they do, and it's like they do.
I mean, we wouldn't turn down a sponsorship, Apple. Just saying.
Listen, Dan, we promise Apple we'd hype up all your programs.
Yeah, we'll retract everything we've just said.
Yeah. Now, quick thing to finish on part 2 is obviously I mentioned off microphone. It's not really suitable for this series, but about the renewal of You, season 3. Have you been watching You, Michael?
I haven't.
Amanda's going to have to answer this one for us. I've not seen it either.
Yeah, I've seen it.
How do you feel about the first season being announced next year?
I think they could have cut the last 30 seconds off the end of season 2 and then just not have the first season.
But money, isn't it? So we'll see. It might be good, guys. So the rumour has it they want to move into a more Dexter direction. So we'll see. Right, guys. We're gonna let Michael have some more chocolates now. We look after him here, Amanda, don't we?
Yeah.
Over at N and Steel Production Headquarters.
Indeed.
And we'll see you all in 2 minutes. Right, Michael, say bye to the camera.
Bye.
Amanda?
Bye, camera.
Bye, camera. For me as well. See you in a minute. Hi, guys. Yep, so to part 3 now.
Indeed.
Right, okay. We'll see how we go part 3 here, because obviously we don't want to keep Amanda waiting too long if she goes into our supernatural news for us. Okay, this is point 18 now. Okay, have either of you two watched the Maze Runner films?
I've seen 2 of them, I think.
Have you seen any of them, Michael?
I have.
Yeah, how do you both feel about Wes Ball, the filmmaker behind Maze Runner, is developing and is going to direct new Planet 8 films?
I thought the last one was Matt Reeves one was supposed to be the last one they were doing.
Yeah, it's a funny one because it looks like it's 20th Century Fox want to carry it on again, you know?
I don't see why they need to do it.
No, not sure myself on that one because it got to the stage where it offered contradictions to the films anyhow that came before it anyhow. Really, that last trilogy did.
I don't think it was sort of related to the original film, but
Yeah, it's a contentious, but why they're doing it, I don't know, Joshua. And it's like this came from Variety magazine again, and Variety doesn't detail whether the film will be another clean reboot or continue the success of the trilogy from 2011's films right through 2017. So I don't know what they're doing now, Joshua. So we'll see. It's rumours. A lot of it's rumours, really, isn't it? So it's something like that. Because the thing is, like, well, a lot of these studios, they are very keen. If there's a successful franchise that's going on well, they'll try and milk it again and redo it. Unless it's Terminator, and I think that's probably it. And Terminator now, the last one. So,
we'll see.
Yeah. Right. How do you feel, Michael, about the CBS's chief executive officer, Bob Bakish, saying the franchise of Star Trek's ready to get back on the big screen with 2 new films?
If one of them is the Tarantino film, I'm all for that. Apparently, he's already written the script and gave it to them, so we should see.
Yeah, said so. Like he said that there's a quote from Tarantino. She told Consequence of Sound, where I think I'm steering away from Star Trek, but I haven't had an official conversation with those guys yet. In a strange way, it seemed that this movie Hollywood would have been my last. I was once upon a time in Hollywood, so I can't take the pressure on myself to make that last big voila kind of statement.
Yeah, he did say he's only doing 10.
Yeah, he said that all along, hasn't he? So, like, it was like, and then he's also said this as well. I think it was also the same interview this was. I mean, to such a degree, there was a moment when I was writing and went, should I do this now? Should I do something else? Is this the 10th one? No, don't stop the planets online. What are you, Galacticus? If you're ever saying do it, do it. I mean, I have no idea what the next one's going to be. I don't even have a clue yet. But he's been linked to doing a Kill Bill 3 again, hasn't he?
There's rumour of
Did you ever
him.
watch Kill Bill 3? The Kill Bill films?
No.
Now, Una Thurman based on it.
Have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I don't fancy it, Johnson.
There's a TV show that Leo DiCaprio's character is on called Bounty Law, and there's rumour that he might be looking into doing that as a TV show.
The trouble I've got is Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. I don't really like either of them. That's why it's got to stay where I don't really like either as actors. Why would I go and watch them sit for 3 hours in a film with people I don't like?
Yeah.
There's got to be something that grabs me into that film. Margot Robbie's all right, but she's barely in it, isn't she?
And there was the controversy about the Bruce Lee bit.
Yes, I heard about that. It's blatant racism, basically, wasn't it? So yeah. So it's like I don't know if I'm not. The trouble is, I don't mind Tarantino sometimes, but when the films you know yourself you're going to watch them, it's going to be like 3 hours plus. And like if The Hateful Eight ever comes out over here and Netflix and the TV series, did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, they recut it in as a TV series and added some extra footage, didn't they?
Did you ever watch The Hateful Eight? It's a Western film.
No.
That was 3 hours, I wonder it was. And Netflix are going to recut it with Tarantino and release it in America, not over here yet, into a TV series made over 4.5 hours long.
No, I couldn't see through that.
Exactly, so I'm not bothered myself too much. So, but I said, but it's. And what does Michael feel about Picard, that Star Trek? Before I forget,
I'm excited to have a look at it.
I'll probably watch it. And like I said, it's Patrick Stewart, so yeah, but no doubt worth watching.
And there's also the rumour of Noah Hawley doing a Star Trek film as well.
Yes.
The showrunner for I can't call it. What's his X-Men series called? Legion. Legion.
Did you ever watch Legion? Oh, you did, didn't you?
I think I started to watch it and I didn't like it.
See, positivity from our third member in Comic Unity.
He was
It's crap. I don't watch that shit.
writing a Doctor Doom film.
Yes, and that got the plug pulled on it a while ago, didn't it? So.
Well, there was. He said he ran into Kevin Feige on a red carpet, who asked if he was still writing it.
Yeah, so we'll see. He's one of those ones in it. So, okay, Michael, on to Disney Plus now. Odd enough, staying back to Marvel again. Actually,
Indeed.
We're all over the place today. Now, how do you feel about these 2 new actors in unnamed roles, as reported by Deadline? Reef Breaks Desmond Chinham, is it?
I think.
And I don't know him. And do you know the one from The Terror?
I don't know either of them.
And what about, is it Mika Ishikawa, is it?
Ishikawa.
Yeah. They've been reportedly cast in the streaming show in a better unnamed roles. Well, this is the news from a bit back. They might have been announced it by now.
We might have confirmation because they are filming that as of now.
Yeah, exactly. And what they're doing, man, with this
Because
is
there was set photos of White Russell as US Agent John Walker.
Yeah. Now that's another major hero in that Michael US Agent John Walker, because he at one point he was a major baddie in the Captain America comics. Then he came in one of their big allies, didn't he? So I don't think he's really been. He's not really been in the films yet, has he? Really?
No, there was a picture of him, and it's sort of a more corporate. From what I saw from the set photos, it's sort of a more corporate version of Steve Rogers.
Yeah, which makes sense. That's what he was really. No, he was really in the comics, certainly. So.
Like the stars also sort of the A as well.
Yeah, it's a funny one. So we'll see. Watch his
and
space.
he has a shield. We're not sure if it's the shield though.
Watch his space, I would say. Right, okay, we'll skim straight on to this next bit because I'm not really that bothered about this, but it's interesting worth noting. How do you both feel about a Sin City TV series with Rob Rodriguez under development with Legendary TV?
I think it's worth.
Have you seen them, man?
I've seen the films. They didn't really do much for me.
I think it's
think
more
I've
of a
got 3
TV
tickets.
series material anyway.
It's what, mate?
I think it's more of a TV series material
Yeah,
anyway.
I do. The thing is, like, you bear in mind on the second film, there was enough storyline left for the third one anyhow.
True.
And Johnny Depp was meant to be coming into the third film at one point and play one of the major characters in it. But whether his reputation will handle been on TV now.
We shall see.
Yeah. Right, have either of you two watched any of these Godzilla King Kong films?
I have.
Are you watching them, Amanda?
I think I've seen them separately.
Yeah. Well, Michael, do you want to report this news then?
Godzilla vs King Kong has been pushed back to November. It was supposed to come out in March.
Yeah. They must have hit some problems with the special effects on it, basically, so. But it was...
If it's not reshoots.
Or reshoots, yeah. It was interesting because the last one I did of these was King Kong. It didn't do that well, it didn't. It was fairly modest.
Yeah, it was the...
It was Godzilla. They did that big Godzilla film first, didn't they?
King of Monsters, I think.
No, it was King Kong
It was
first.
it was the first Godzilla. Then it was Kong.
Yeah.
And then it's King of Monsters, and then it's supposed to be this one.
Yeah, that was it. So I'm not bothered to honest you too much. Good luck to them, but I suspect it probably won't do that great. So, all right, the big one I want to ask you both is, how do you both feel about Henry Cavill still saying he wants to be Superman? With the news going on back in the last year, he still wants to be it.
He was very good in The Witcher.
I thought we've both seen The Witcher, and
Yeah.
what do you think about it?
Yeah, his character in The Witcher seemed a bit like Orlando Bloom's Legolas from Lord of the Rings in some ways.
I think,
Like a sort of more depressed
Yeah.
version of him.
and he was very good in Mission Impossible Fallout. I think he's sort of more suited to these darker anti-hero characters rather than Superman.
Yeah, probably. But then it's like, I can't get my head around this talk going around about Michael B. Jordan been meeting with Warner Brothers just because he's been Superman also. And if he did that, that would cause unholy hell, that would, I think.
Well, he won't be the sort of classic Superman. He'll be in sort of Elseworlds version.
Yeah, but it's kind of a good icon knocking around, wouldn't they?
True, they could have him as a sort of Superman-like character.
Yeah.
There is enough of them.
Yeah, that's why we'll see. So, what's going on with that? So, right, I'll do the next bit of news, Michael, here, if you don't mind, because Amanda won't know much about this next one at all, will you, love? So,
No.
well, Amanda should know my favourite comic writing duo as writers and artists is Sean Phillips and Ed Bruckenbender. Now, they've got, apart from the fact that they've still got development going on with a number of their comic things into TV films and series at the moment. Unfortunately, next week is going to be the last issue of Criminal again. So is finishing with the death of Teague Lawless, who's major character in it. But the next project after that is going to be Pulp.
And Sean don't like to wait around.
No, this is going to be like, well, this is, I tell you this. This is given those 4 months to actually do a 72-page hardback graphical novel. And the last time they did that was My Heroes Always Be Junkie. It was bloody brilliant, it was. This one is, I'll read out the description of this, and I've seen artwork in this as well. You two haven't seen this. It's very stark. It's quite different, but it's very Sean Phillips. It's been described as, and as Amanda asked us, Amanda tells us afterwards, would she want to read this? It is described as Max Winters, a pulp writer in 1930s New York, finds himself drawn into a story not unlike the tales he churns out 5 cents of words. Tales of a Wild West author dispensing justice with 6 gun. Will Max be able to do the same when pursued by bank robbers, Nazi spies and enemies from his past? Find out in this must-have thriller from comics from acclaimed creative teams. Right, there's some quotes flying around here as well, okay? Do you want me to do the Ed Bruckenbender one or you do the Sean Phillips one? We've got them both, haven't we? Okay, right. When Sean and I decided to do something new for our next original graphic novel, he planted the idea of a western in my head. I found myself drawn to the area when the genre first hit big. The pulp magazines and the Great Depression, says Bruckenbender. I thought about all the writers telling fictionalized versions of the vanishing days of the Wild West, as their own world was going through in its most darkest hours. And suddenly I realised I had the makings of a really great pulp story, one set in the real world, a story I really wanted to tell.
Sean added to that with, I asked Ed to write me a western, and this is as close as you could get. Hopefully I don't have to draw too many horses, or hats, or 6-shooters. What was I thinking?
It's a sarcasm there, Amanda. It's going to be good in that, because it's very their territory all round.
Indeed.
Very pulpy sort of murder mystery, so I'm looking forward to that. Right.
I personally think the 2 of them could do anything.
Yeah, I think they can. They want to do a sci-fi one, don't they, at one point? They talk about doing a sci-fi one next year or two now. So it's like a space opera. Ooh. Well, Sean Phillips has done one already, and I've got a graphic novel with some French writer a couple of years ago. So I'll be interested to see what they do, but watch this space. Right, Ghostbusters term time now. Have you both seen the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer? I know you have. Yeah, that was one with Finn Whitehead.
Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things.
Yeah, we saw that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it looks really good.
It's very Stranger Things, wasn't it, mind you?
Yeah, I like the whole 80s thing.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Yeah, Palmer's in it as well.
Yes, I heard about that. And it's done by, is it the original guy, the guy who did Ghostbusters, his son, basically, isn't it?
The original producer's son.
Yes, the producer's son, yeah. I think could be a good film. But it's going to be a very different sort of Ghostbusters film. But it'd be interesting to see what they do, because obviously the last one they did, the reboot, obviously went down notoriously badly, didn't it?
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Well, I liked it, but I had a reason for that.
Oh yeah, we know why you liked it. Everybody knows Amanda, and they know she's like a mum. She's got her men. And who was one of your men in that you liked in that film?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, and what was he doing? He played a male bimbo in it, basically, didn't he?
A himbo, yeah.
A himbo, yeah.
They did say he was one of the only good things in it.
Amanda, would you agree? Was he the best thing in it?
Yeah.
See? That's all we need to say there, basically. Right, how do you both feel about watching Lost in Space Season 2?
I haven't got there yet. I've just started watching the first season.
I think we watched one of... Well, there's another one we watched one episode of and hated, actually.
We abandoned it.
We dropped it like a sack of potatoes.
I remember there was a lot of when season 1 came out. There was a lot of women pining after the robot.
Yeah, I can remember that robot. They bought the humanoid robot, didn't he? And he was the good-looking man, he was, wasn't he? Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
She should have Amanda zoned out on that. But it's interesting to know. It's a thing to bear in mind. It's like I got the script together and this. It was interesting. You think of that, really. There wasn't much publicity came round in that. So it made me wonder, were they confident with Netflix? Because they put it straight out on Christmas Eve, straight after The Witcher was going mad, wasn't it? The Witcher got all the hype, didn't it? So it said to me straight away, they mustn't have been that happy with the second series. But Netflix will do that. They'll drop things, won't they, sometimes?
Indeed.
Right, Michael, you want to carry on?
David Tennant is apparently going to be in an adaptation of Around the World in 80 Days.
How do you feel about that, Amanda? You ever seen that? The Jules Verne book where It's basically the last time we saw this on the big screen was Steve Coogan and Jackie Chan.
Indeed.
Can you imagine that as a combination?
Yeah.
And he was in it as well for a scene.
Yeah, he was. It was a strange film that was as well. So anyway, so I don't think I'm that bothered about it, honestly, but it's David Tennant. So we've
Worth
still
watch.
we've still got that new series of his on Channel 4 to watch. Yet.
Yes.
But that's not really our forte. So, Michael, moving straight on. Lock and Key. Are you familiar with this?
I am.
this series?
I am. It's the one by Stephen King's son, isn't it?
I think it is.
Oh yeah, Joe Hill.
Joe Hill, yeah. It's illustrated by Gabriel Rodriguez. I know it went on for a while, didn't it? Published by IDW.
They've been trying to get it made as a TV show for a long while as well.
Yeah, and it's coming on Netflix on the 3rd of February. So it's like a detective horror series, isn't
It's
it?
very Stranger Things.
Right. We'll give it a go, won't we, Sonia? Sounds good to me. And have you read the series much in the series, Michael? Then? Are you familiar with it much?
I haven't read the series as of yet.
It's one that I think me and you might be going to go for. It comes out in February, certainly. Watch your space. Now, I think we've all seen the trailer to Boys Season 2 knocking around, haven't we?
I love Season 1.
I know we both love Season 1.
Yeah.
There's some just astonishing, shocking scenes in that first series.
I loved Season 1, and then...
Well, I was told, actually, after we've watched the first season. Have you read the comics of it?
I have the first volume.
I believe it's better in the comics, I've been getting told.
I think they toned down some of the things from the comics.
Oh, did they really? Well, it says older. That comics are pretty. The TV series are pretty full.
One particular scene.
What wish scene? There's bloody plenty of them. Man, just say it. Go on. Just say it, man. Go on.
Suffocation.
Does anybody want Amanda to go into details what scene she's on about there? I do. Michael, do
A
you?
poor guy
Yeah.
gets suffocated during a sex act.
Oh yeah. well. Technically, it's not the suffocation that killed him,
No,
though,
it's
isn't
his
it?
head exploded.
Yeah, I know. So we've seen it got my head about where the two oh my god, my mind's gone blank today. We had the plane crashing scene.
Yes.
That was contentious, certainly. So I don't know. It's a fantastic
then,
series.
I loved Season 1, and then the last 30 seconds was, oh come on, you can't leave it there.
Well, imagine if they'd cancelled the series after that first season.
Oh yeah,
stage.
I would not have been happy.
I think both Man and the Shoes would have gone for the laptop screen. And that
I would have not. I would not have been. It's no wonder that they immediately announced we're doing Season 2. Don't worry.
Right, good. Well, I said. Right, okay, move straight on because we've got a few points to cover here, okay? I don't really want it to go into 4 parts, this one, okay? Right, okay. How do you both feel? This is a strange one. This must be changing. I've not read anything else yet. About the Matrix 4 and John Wick Chapter 4, both having the same release date in 2021.
A double Keanu.
What do you reckon, man? That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is.
One of them's going to move.
It will be very interesting to see which one moves, though.
Yeah, I think so as well.
It'll be very interesting to see who blinks first.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one. So it's fascinating. Anyway.
And also, there was Matrix news the other day. Hugo Weaving has decided not to be involved with Matrix 4.
Oh, is it really? So it can make sense. It doesn't surprise me. Everyone's going to want to come back for it. And the question is it going to be part of a new series of films or a one-off?
We shall see. Apparently, they're going to ignore 2 and 3 and just have it be a sequel to the first one.
Oh, so they're doing like a Halloween sort of thing, aren't they? So
Yeah.
ignoring it, yeah, it makes sense because people didn't really like the second and third ones a lot. Anyone knew much of the first one.
Yeah, that's the rumor anyway. They're
Yeah, it's possible.
they're just having it be a sequel. They're just booting 2 and 3 out of canon and just having it be a sequel to the first one.
I can believe that. It makes sense. Now, how do you feel, Michael? Moving straight on very quickly to Andy Muschietti. Is it pronounced right?
Andy Muschietti.
Muschietti, who directed it Part 1 and 2, has now been signed to do the Flash film starring Ezra Miller. How does Amanda feel about
No, I think they should just leave the film altogether.
that? Yeah.
Well, see, it's another one. They've been trying to get it done for ages. Ezra Miller has been pushing for a sort of a more horror take on the character, which is odd.
Yeah.
Just
No.
because that's never really been part of the Flash.
Yeah. It's not that sort of thing at all.
I mean, there's other characters that would suit, like Batman and Green Lantern, for instance.
Yeah. So I mean, it struck me as a bit odd on that because That's why I know you didn't like the character, didn't like the actor very much in the Justice League film, did you?
No, because I've been watching the Flash TV series for years, so as far as I'm concerned, he's the Flash.
Funny you should mention that. What did you think of the cameo in the crossover, though?
She didn't know who he was.
Which one was this?
Even in the movie version of the Flash
Oh, I think
game.
you told me though before he came in it,
Yeah.
didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, Amanda said,
Yeah.
I don't know who he is. I'll
Apparently,
care.
No,
Apparently, Ezra Miller wrote a script with Grant Morrison.
Yeah, but she got rejected, so.
No, he wrote a script with Grant Morrison just to show
Yeah.
that the take that he wanted to sort of have go the place that they wanted to go in.
Yeah, so.
I just feel that a horror take on the Flash is a bit. There's
Yeah.
all the. It's a bit different. I mean, it could be good, but it's just a bit different to it because the Flash has never been a horror.
Yeah, I think
Type character.
I know it's not. It's a wrong move altogether.
Maybe they could have it as a crossover between Psycho and the Flash, and the Flash comes to your bathroom.
It depends.
Oh, Amanda!
Because Flash.
What? To get Queen on board in the background in the hallway? No, that's no help at all, that man.
I think like Batman or Green Lantern would lend itself to a more horror take.
Yeah, if you noticed on the actual Crisis, there was a bit of Green Lantern flashing, a small scene in it.
There was,
wasn't
but that was from the Ryan Reynolds film.
Yes. So, and I think it was good to see as well then, Doom Patrol got a slight cameo.
Indeed. As
Was set
the
of-
Titans.
And Titan and Swamp Thing.
Yes.
So there's lots of them, so we'll see some. Right guys, listen, I'm looking at the time of this one. We'll take a quick break here again, so we've got a couple of news to cover. We'll do a very quick part 4, then we'll get Amanda on Supernatural then, okay? So we'll make sure we get ours recording on Bandcamp, so. Right guys, say bye quickly.
Bye.
Bye, quicker.
Hi guys, right, on to part
Ew.
4 now. There's something not on script now Michael wanted to mention before. And because there's a big rumour going around about J.J. Abrams' production company, isn't there?
There is. As we mentioned, they are doing. They are apparently doing TV shows and films based upon Justice League Dark.
Now, the concern I've got with that is obviously there was nearly a film done a few years ago, wasn't there? And
Yeah, with-
Bradley Cooper has been linked to playing John Constantine.
Yeah, with Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, I know.
Guillermo del Toro was apparently.
Yeah, it was probably a good film, but the costume looked a bit out in it. But they're doing obviously like a rumoured TV series now. Whether they would have John Constantine come into the TV series, because
Apparently, yeah.
he
Apparently,
was a
from
big
what
part
I've
of Justice
read,
League Dark, isn't he? So
from what I've read, every person who's been a member of Justice League Dark are on the table.
now, would they then use Swamp Thing?
I think if they sort of got it going again, the TV show, that would be an easy sort of way to get fans on side.
And it'll also be they could easily bring John Constantine season 2 under that umbrella.
I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll start fresh with it.
Yeah, I do as well, to be honest with that. So we'll see. Like I said, no, I would personally love to see them keeping going, bring Constantine season 2. But what it is I know I was wondering with Justice League Dark, and you didn't know about this, did you? So they did it. There was an adaptation done of it a few years ago, a cartoon one. I need to play that sometime.
Yeah,
really good it was.
Yeah, very good.
And basically what it was, man, it was like the dark version of Justice League. But like, you know, like when things they have real supernatural bad, it's nastiness. They have to go and drag in a load of anti-heroes that are supernatural based.
Yeah, Justice League Dark is all about the magic and occult stuff.
Yeah. So it's like all the if Doctor Strange had been a DC character, had been spot on a lot.
Yeah,
Constantine was one of them. Xantria was like a black magician. He had a character called Deadman, who was Etigan. No one else was Etigan. Boston Brand,
yes.
who was an acrobat who died. And he's in limbo, so he goes like an acrobat, sort of here flying around the place. He had Etigan the Demon. And
You can only say his name, you can only talk in rhymes.
yeah, I'm talking rhymes. And Swamp Thing was a member of them at one point. There's quite a few of them, wasn't there?
There's loads.
And they've got new comics that saw around a few years ago. Wonder Woman's been the leader of them, and I thought,
Yeah.
oh, whatever.
It's supposed to be pretty good from what I've heard.
Yeah, but I'm not. It puts me off. I don't think it's a good match. So. But there's what's the Enchantress? She was a member.
Yes.
And what was the other one? They had a blind magician woman. I forgot her name now.
Can't remember.
She was in the comic channel, the commentation. I've got the name of her now. There's quite a few knocking around, so it's interesting. So it could be worth watching, certainly. So, would you give it a go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. She very polite. Is our third member here, Michael, isn't she? Yeah. Right. Okay. How do you both feel about wanting to watch Orlando Bloom's developing his projects he's developing with Amazon Prime? They get their first look at all his TV projects.
As long as it's not like the last thing we watched of him.
Oh,
yeah, that was on Amazon Prime.
Yes, it was, and they've been delighted with it that much. And I've forgotten the name of it was now. That's probably the impact it was.
I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, it didn't make no impact on anybody here, so I was wondering. That was another one we watched half an hour of, and we gave up on it.
Less than half an hour.
Well, for half an hour, we're not going to get back an hour, anyway.
I don't think I got round to it.
It was just full of dodgy London British accents. That's why. So
I only really like it when he's dressed as an elf.
yeah, that's fair enough. That so. Right, I've got a couple of one bit of minor news and one major one that something's going around. Michael, what do you? I can't ask you this one, Amanda. You've not seen the series, The Mandalorian. Reputedly, obviously, because we've not seen it, Amanda and Michael, have we?
No.
No.
No. But the big rumour going that Pedro Pascal only did the voices of the Mandalorian in a good half most of the series. Because one of John Wayne's grandsons was in the suit for almost the full of the 5th episode, apparently.
Well, yeah, I think it was like a season, an episode or two, just because he had obligations elsewhere.
Yeah, and they just did the voice on him, didn't they?
Yeah.
So that's why. So very much. I know he went and reputedly took his helmet off, didn't he, in the last episode, apparently.
He did.
Now, we'll have to wait and see then. Obviously, we can't formally say we've actually seen it, but it does look interesting, and it's good to see they're actually for a second season. That's out this year as well.
We can't. Yes, we can't say that we've seen it, but from what we've heard, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, they're very good, right? So
Because
that's totally put on.
Because Disney Plus isn't out until March.
In England, yes. Now, what do you reckon to this new idea in DC Comics, Michael Fyron? And they reckon they could bring us into a TV series as well for DC, where they're doing something knocking on Amanda called 5G. And it's not the phone company.
Yeah, it was mentioned in Doomsday Clock.
Yeah,
It was one of the things that was mentioned in
And what the rumour is, Amanda, is where there's suddenly not going to be how they're going to do it. A lot of all the major superheroes are going to age, put them all into the 60s, so they have to bring another generation up to replace them. And the rumour has it they're going to make them obviously like all kinds of ethnicities, sexualities that way, and they'll bring it more modern than them basically. Because some of the characters have been on for what, donkey's years, haven't they? So,
we'll see. We'll see. It kind of reminds me of New 52.
Yeah, I can't.
That wasn't great.
No. And the other rumour gone around, lasted to conclude this part, is that they're meant to keep an Alfred dead in the comics.
Yeah.
Batman's buckler, of course, so whether that will happen or not remains to be seen. When the new Batman film comes up next year, I think it would not surprise me if he couldn't find a way of bringing him back then.
Apparently Andy Serkis is playing him.
Really?
Oh, I think so. I think they're going for the more sort of ex-Special Forces soldier angle.
All right, then. That's something different.
That version of Alfred that they've had.
I've not been watching, is it Wentworth, the Alfred spin-off series? Pennyworth. Have you been watching that, man? No. I'm not seeing it. Am you watching that, Michael?
I've heard it's okay.
Yeah, but there's so much time and space, isn't there, for everything, so... Right, guys, I've got nothing else to talk about on the news here. Has anybody else? Can we conclude this part? And we then take a quick break and come back with Amanda.
I've heard rumours about the Sandman series.
What have you heard? Amanda doesn't know what the Sandman is. Do you want to elaborate to tell us?
Well, you already
It's the Lord of Dreams.
Yeah.
There's Neil Gaiman.
Oh,
It's his major comic series.
Yeah, Neil is doing...
Prince of Stories, they're called, and Morpheus.
Neil is doing the series, and there's a rumour that there may be a certain Liverpudlian appearing.
Who's that?
John Constantine.
Oh, yeah, well, he's in the comics. He's in the comics, wasn't he? So.
Indeed, he is.
Matt Ryan. Do you like seeing Matt Ryan in another series?
Everywhere, doesn't it?
But he crossed it as Constantine cropped up in all kinds of series because the Swamp Thing. Sorry, Sandman. He was first of all Constantine came along in Swamp Thing. He was created actually in Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
He came out that. Then he cropped up in one of the comics in Sandman, which is in the first series. So that's why it can make sense to bring him into it. And he's not going to say no because he knows Matt Ryan knows it's a good thing. I didn't know that.
It
That's good
depends
news.
if they're going with Matt Ryan. I've just heard it's the character.
I hope so. It makes sense too.
Well, it depends. It depends whether Neil wants to do his own thing or because I could see them in a world, because it's supposed to be on Netflix, isn't it?
Yes.
So I can see a world where they have Tom Ellis as Lucifer as well.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, who created Lucifer in the comics, would you believe? It was Neil Gaiman. In Sandman. So, we get to the second and third
He
season,
looked
Amanda.
more like David Bowie in that one.
Yeah, he did actually as well. Do not be surprised, Amanda, if you ever get to the second or third season of Sandman, if Lucifer comes into it. Because he does.
I could see it, but who knows?
Yeah, it's possible. Well, I say Wednesday. Well, good stuff. Well, when did you own this?
No idea.
They must be into serious development. I've not heard any sort of casting on it yet.
That was just a rumour that I heard.
I love that. I'd love to see that. Please do. Matt, please sign up for it. Matt, please do it. I know, guys. Right, we'll take a quick break and we'll let Amanda come back with Supernatural.
I won't be singing.
She only sings, I think, that off camera she does, so. Right, okay. Quick break, guys.
Indeed.
See you all soon. Say bye, Amanda.
Bye.
Bye, Amanda.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Right,
Hello.
straight over to Amanda now. Amanda's going to give us a supernatural update.
Supernatural.
Supernatural. I was wondering, me and Michael were doing the hands as well everywhere. A bit like Tales of the Unexpected, Michael, weren't we? Right, over to you, Amanda, seriously. We've been sat here very patiently, laughing at us two giggling idiots for our last hour or so.
Okay, so I've got little mini reviews of the last few episodes.
Now, how many episodes has there been, Amanda?
There were 2 last December that we never got to do, and then there's been 1 this time because we've had a break.
Okay, well,
It's 3 total.
over to you, Amanda, then. Tell us what you got to tell us. And before we start, Michael, have you seen any of these?
I haven't.
You're bloody useless, aren't you?
I'm going to spoil it off you.
Oh, it's okay.
Anyone Supernatural fans knows this has got spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler zone, spoiler zone.
Lots of spoilers on, right? Okay, Amanda, over to you.
Okay, so episode 7 was called Last Call. And Sam was at the bunker getting close to Eileen until Cass showed up and cock-blocked him. And then Dean
So subtle, isn't you?
Dean went on a hunt by himself. This is the one that you liked as well, because he met his old hunter friend Leo, played by Christine Kane.
You know Christian Kane is, don't you?
From Leverage.
Yes, oh, bloody good. What they had, my favourite scene in that was they had the pair of them, didn't they? They sing on stage singing.
Yeah, that was the highlight of the show for me.
Yeah, and the pair of them, because Christian Kane's an old country singer, and I don't know, he can.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's done a couple of albums. And what song were they doing? Was it Good Old Boys, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was Good Old Boys. They're on those, and they're just mocking, they're just ripping at each other. It'd have been, I suspect it was done live to a degree, and the audience had put on a good time.
Jensen Ackles is quite a decent singer when he's taking it seriously.
Have you heard him, Amanda, Michael singing?
I haven't.
He's been on stage and he's got a full band of stuff with supernatural people as well.
Cool.
Oh, and he played a video of that. Who was in it? Who else was in it?
Probably Chuck, because I think he does a bit of singing and guitar.
They had, I know the guy that played the father, he came on stage and introduced him, didn't he?
Yeah.
The video you showed me.
Yeah, he didn't join in singing.
In fact, he can't sing, that's why. And who was the other angel, the one that got killed in the last season?
The guy who plays Gabriel.
Gabriel, he was on there. You know, I saw him singing with him, and then he's got a really good voice, Jensen Ackles has, so. Anyway, Amanda, go on.
Yeah. So, while Dean had to kill off his best hunter friend, because he was feeding people to a monster like you do.
He won't make a living up in the country singer, but it's just feeding people to a monster, yeah.
Sam found out about his connection to Chuck with the scar that they've got from the bullet wound.
Back in the first episode, of course,
He could see his recent memories and he thought that might give him the upper hand.
Yeah.
But later episodes will show.
Right, okay.
Differently. Right, so episode 8 was called...
Sorry, Amanda, what did you give this episode out of 10?
I give it 8 out of 10.
Was this one I know you, like me, thought, and to Michael, bear in mind, the first 3 episodes were all linked together, weren't they?
Yeah.
You liked it, but you felt like there'd been a couple of episodes that you hadn't enjoyed as much, had you? So
I think you need those, because the slower episodes kind of throw hints in about future episodes.
True, and this was a nice change of tone to you, because Christine Kane came in it, yeah?
Yeah, because I used to watch him in Angel.
Oh, do you like him in Angels? Was he one of your men in Angels?
No, he was a bad boy.
You like bad boys, don't you? Right, go on. Episode 9.
Right.
8 or so, yeah.
Episode 8 was called Our Father Who Art in Heaven. And this is where Adam finally returns and they remember they have a half brother.
Yeah, we were talking about this, Michael, last time or the time before, weren't we? Because it's not like I didn't know who he was, because I've got massive gaps in my supernatural things. So how do you feel, Amanda, of Adam coming back into it?
Right, well, I knew Adam was coming back and I knew Michael was coming back and we didn't know how it was going to work. And the opening scene was both of them talking to each other, and then it turned out they were in the same body, doing like a timeshare in the body share sort of thing.
All right, so how did you feel about that, Amanda? Because it's been 10 years since the last time you've been in it, basically, hasn't it?
Yeah, I thought he was really good. The guy who plays him, he did both characters really well. You could tell each time he switched from being Michael to Adam.
Good. And so, what else happened in that episode then?
Yeah, well, obviously he didn't believe them about God not being what he thought he was, and that he thought he was doing what God wanted and God loved him, and they managed to prove it to him. And then Dean managed to apologise to him, and they kind of made up a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah. Fred, they had a bit of boy on boy time in the back, in the kitchen, basically, with their arms on each other going, hubba, hubba, hubba.
No, that didn't happen. It's just like, oh, sorry about that time when I trapped you in hell, but it's one of those things.
Yeah, shit happens. Right, go on anyway, so Amanda seriously.
Yeah, so Donatello the Prophet came back into it as well.
He's been, I think I've watched a couple of series of you, reckon. He does tend to come up every now and then in small roles, doesn't he? So.
And then, as usual, it backfired on him and he got used as a mouthpiece for God. So God just kind of used his body to make him say what he wanted to say.
Yeah. So, was there anything else you need to add about this episode, Amanda?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there was Rowena. I think this was one of your favourite bits, wasn't it, when she showed up in hell?
Yeah. Did you know that? Did you know who Rowena was, Michael?
I think so.
Yeah. It was, Fingy's mum. Oh, what's her name now?
Crowley's mum.
Crowley's mum. Got killed in the 3rd episode, and she's come back for the episode later, ruling hell.
Yeah, she's technically dead, but she's in hell because she's not done enough to get into heaven.
Because she's
And
Crowley's
being who
mum.
she is, she's taken over hell and become the queen of hell, like you do.
Like Mother Likes Son, apparently.
Yeah, pretty well. So, and I don't think it was in. Do you actually think it was in the last of Amanda in this series? Season?
Oh, I think she's going to pop up when you need her.
Yeah, it's not going to stop a hell, is it, basically? So.
No.
Well, what else happened then?
Yeah, so Eileen thought she was hunting vampires and ended up in a trap with Sam, which was set by God. And Sam and Cass decided they were going to go to Purgatory because they needed an ingredient there called the Leviathan Blossom.
Okay, Amanda, was that the end of season break, was it? We had a break, didn't we? Mid-season break after that, didn't
yes,
we?
it was. Yeah.
Okay, what happened at the end then?
I think it was finding out that Sam and Eileen were in a trap, and then
by
around the same
Chucky,
time
didn't
as well, Dean and Cass were going to Purgatory.
Yeah, going to Purgatory. So, what do you give that episode out of 10 then?
I give it 9 out of 10.
Okay, and what else do you want to carry on? There was a bit of news, wasn't there? The bit of news about Misha Collins, wasn't there, happening in between before the next 9th episode came in, didn't it?
Oh yeah, Misha Collins posted, and he's posted some strange things on social media, so you never know if he's being serious. But I think he was being serious, and he'd undergone hip surgery after having something called dysplasia, if that's how you pronounce it.
You know what that is, Michael? I definitely don't.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, so, right, and also I heard about this, I told you the other day, Amanda. Apparently, Michael, we talked about previously, Walker, Texas Ranger, the reboot, is now got a straight-to-season order off the CW network for next fall. So as soon as it's finished, obviously, they're probably going straight into developing that. And I think we're all quite interested in giving that a go, actually, see what they do with it. So, I said so. Okay, and was a rumour going about Crowley coming back still, wasn't there?
There was a rumour about Crowley coming back into it, and I've not seen this, but he's meant to have hinted towards it on Instagram.
He'll be back in it. He'll be back in it.
You can't have a final season without him, though.
No, I think they'll talk him into Twitch, obviously, that straight away. So, now, 16th of January, obviously, it started again the new season. They're after the mid-season break, didn't it?
Yeah, so
Now-
we've got the one episode here.
Yeah, as of talking today, another episode will go live, obviously, tonight, which is the Thursday the 23rd. So we'll probably catch up weekend. But there was episode 9, was it, Amanda? Then, was
Yeah,
it?
and that was called The Trap. And that was quite an intense episode, wasn't it?
A bundle of laughs, that's for sure. You want to say bundle of laughs, Michael? It wasn't, right?
Chuck had like a sort of stopwatch type thing that you could fast forward and it would show you the future, or what apparently the future. We don't know if it really was the future. And it showed how things would play out if Sam did manage to defeat God. And it ended with them being vampires and being taken out by Bobby and Jodie, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then because of that, Sam missed his chance to get rid of God when Cass was going to get the mark of Cain put on him.
Yeah. So indeed. So it's quite an interesting episode, really, because at the end of it, Chuck... What happened to Chuck at the end of it, Amanda?
Oh, he said that the world would fall apart without him.
And he vanished. That's what I couldn't get my head around now, could he?
I don't think he's vanished, or he's probably just teleported somewhere, whatever you call it.
Well, I'll come back in a few episodes' time just to irritate him again, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there's...
Supernatural way.
Yeah, in this supernatural way. Now, the interesting thing was, there was a little 30 second at the end of the episode, wasn't there? When about Jack and Death, or Billy.
Oh yeah, but I've got a few more things.
Oh, okay, I'll shut up then.
I've just wrote them in a weird order.
You were rapping weird orders, right?
Yeah, there were a couple of cheesy moments. Dean and Cass made up. And
Yeah, they went a bit man on man, they did. Man on man.
We thought they were going to kiss, because there was like Dean had a big monologue in Purgatory, didn't he, where he was shouting out to Cass.
Yeah, Cass, I love you. Oh, Cass, wear out that man, Cass.
Not in the version
SDL fans went wild.
not in the version I was watching. It was just more like he was apologising and saying, "You're my best friend."
Oh.
And then I expected Cass to appear behind him and go, "You're my best friend," and then start smooching, but that bit never happened.
I mean, that was her dreams that night.
Have it as a version of the Brokeback Mountain scene when they say, "I can't quit you."
Supernatural Mount version, yeah.
I did say it's a Brokeback Mountain scene, didn't I?
Yeah, they got together those two.
I can't quit you, and then and they'll kiss.
Yeah. And then the other cheesy moment when Eileen leaves and says she doesn't know what's real, and then Sam kisses him and goes, "That was real," and that really did happen.
Oh,
that was cheesy as hell it was. The thing old guy kept my head on it. Is that the end of her in the series? You reckon she's back, Amanda?
Oh, I think she'll come back. The world will be falling apart and she'll come running back to Sam.
I was going to say, if they're giving Sam a
we're
love
a big
interest,
strap on them both. Come on, Sam, up the phone.
if they're giving Sam a love interest, she's got to appear again.
Yeah, he'll be back in the last couple of episodes, Molly.
She'll appear again and then she'll get killed again.
Again, yeah.
Just like every other Sam love interest.
Oh, God, yeah, I know. It's true, that. Go on, Amanda.
Yeah, so I was disappointed. You won't know who this is, but I was disappointed that Benny the Vampire didn't appear in it since they were in Purgatory.
Do you know who Benny the Vampire was, Michael?
Don't think so.
He helped Dean get out of Purgatory the first time. But they saw a Leviathan and he said he died, but he's evil, so he might be lying.
So, we'll see. In other words, watch your space, that was saying it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So now we can get to the end of it. At the end, it shows Billy saying to Jack, "It's time."
It's time for what?
So I think he's going to be the person who takes over from God. Because the world can't exist without God and they need to get rid of him. So they'll get rid of him and he can take over.
Then they've got to find Jack then, do you reckon? Or... What's your
I
theory?
don't think they'll have to fight him. I think
Well, if they kill God, you can't. Where do you really go from there? There's nothing.
No, it's a funny one too, yeah.
The series is ending, so they can do whatever they want.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Time to go batshit crazy, basically, isn't it? So, yeah, I agree. So, right, Monday, anything else?
No, just my score, which is 9 out of 10.
Oh, nothing. Monday, Michael, you notice 8, 9, 9.
Yeah.
Yes, but also Amanda's scores for Supernatural start at 7.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
They do, don't they? Have you ever done an episode and done 11 or 12 yet? 10 yet, Amanda?
All of them.
I don't know. Do you believe that, Michael? I do. I do, knowing her, so.
That's only the scenes with Dean.
Oh, yeah. Are you Dean or Sam girl?
I'm neither. Cass.
Yeah, she's a Cass girl. She's a Cass girl, right? So you should know that by now, so. Right, guys. Well, anyway, guys. I didn't really mention before, this is episode 14, isn't it, Michael, isn't it?
Indeed.
So, it's been good fun. Amanda, Thank you again.
Yeah.
Michael?
Very
Right,
well.
all the well, guys, we should have at some point next month.
Yeah.
Barring someone doesn't hit more public transport problems.
Yes.
No names, Michael. Right, Michael, wave at the phone. Mando, wave at the phone.
Bye, phone.
All together, wave at the phone. Bye. See you soon.
Phone.